Okay, we're live.
Ayan na, ayan na. Sorry, Aries, quick on the game.
Yep.
I was looking at Rook's character sheet.
Mm,
There are 8 points, right?
mm,
Usually,
yep.
pero since we chose everyone steals, I think he has another free point.
It's included in the 8. Kasi dapat 7
Talaga.
total eh.
So labis ako.
Ikaw yung mali. So
Okay,
dapat
sige.
7 total yung initial. Tapos since
Okay,
everyone steals, may additional 1.
okay.
So dapat 8.
Sayang. Sana hindi ko napansin. Sige. You're muted.
Here we go. There you go. Okay. So, big fail. First stream. Good luck.
We'll iron it out.
All right. All right. All right. Hindi ko ma-edit sa stream. Siguro sa post na lang. All right. So, hi there, guys. For the... That's why hindi nag-move yung audio dun sa ano ko. That's why. All right. So, Dark, which is tabletop RPG, here with my friends. We have Jiggy, and we have Nitram, and we have Kenneth. Pepper is will just push through with the four of us. Anyways, do you have any like shout outs that you want to do before we proceed?
Wala. To you, Aries, for putting this together. And to future viewers,
Yeah, hopefully.
hello.
Ako later na.
All right, all right. Okay. So, we are playing Blades in the Dark. So basically everyone here except for me, which I will be the GM for tonight, and everyone will be playing a scoundrel. So there are a bunch of no good criminals. Maybe some good. Maybe. Let's see. We play we'll play to find out. All right. Before we proceed, I want to establish a few things. Since we'll start playing now. I want to establish some lines and veils. So what we need, this is basically our a safe space for us, for everyone. So there's no judgment here. However, may mga topics na or scenarios na we don't want to experience during play. So I'll lead, for example, one of my lines. So hopefully everyone will agree. Is what they call this? No sexual assault.
Agreed.
right? So no rape scenes, anything like that. Let's avoid going to that. We can fade to black when something happens to be like that. So instead of uh, graphically describing the scene, we'll just fade to black. So that just happens. We'll put it like somewhere in the background. It happens in the background, but it will not be the focus of our story. If you have anything else that you want to add with our lines, so we're not gonna cross that line. So that's a hard line for me. So no sexual assault. Um, how about you, others? Do you have anything like
Okay
maybe
naman yan.
cruelty to animals, things like that? If you have any misgivings about those,
I'm good with that being the only one. We're
right?
criminals, we're not monsters.
Yes.
Exactly.
So, um, since this is more of a criminal RPG, and we have horror elements in it, is everyone okay with gore? Like a level of gore, like do you know Evil Dead? Or
Tipits lang.
yung super bloody and things
Uh,
like that, um, or something gory like Saw. Is everyone okay with that?
I'm good.
No,
All
sounds
right.
good. Sounds fine.
Okay. Okay. All right. Also another hard line for me would be cruelty to children. So um nothing like beating up a child or anything like that. So that's another hard line. So we're all adults here. Um so I hope we avoid those. We'll just put a veil on it. That's why it's a line and veil. Now if anything that you don't want to have, or you don't want it to be seen, be part of the scenario, on the chat there's a few tools that you can use. So if you open your chat um, button, there's a no, which is like a, a red hand, um, a yes, and like a raised hand symbol. So if you want to stop the scene, just click on the red hand, indicate to me that you don't want to proceed with that scene. We'll just put a veil on it, or we'll just put a veil on it, and then we'll move on. Um, Also, since we are on Zoom, if you want, if for example I to Kenneth and Jiggy and Nitram strategizing, or you want to talk about strategies, since we're with the scene with I'm with the scene with Kenneth, you can use the chat to like communicate with each other. You can use that to like plan out, or if somebody's using Zoom talking, so you can use that as well. Anything else? Any concern?
No naman.
All right.
All good so
Um.
far. Wala naman.
Okay. Perfect. Also, one more thing. Do you have any expectations regarding our story? Um. Like something that you want to do, like take down another, so that we can steer our story that way. This is a collaborative storytelling, anyways. So I'm not the one in charge of the story. I'm not the only one. So everyone will pitch in with the story. So again, the game is like a conversation. So we'll get there. We'll engage with the rules when we start. And one more thing regarding mm, your crew. Your crew of shadows. We haven't established what your lair look like or your hideout look like.
Mhm.
Um, we just know that it's hidden, it's secure. It's hidden and secure.
And it's
So
in the market.
in
Or
no,
no.
it's in Crowsfoot.
Okay.
The lair is in Crowsfoot. Um, your hunting ground or where you get your jobs is in High Market. Do you want to establish what your hidden lair looks like in Crowsfoot? Like, is it? Do you have a front facing like say a barber shop, and then at the back of it you have your hideout? Is there like a storefront of some sort, or you're just like under one of the sewers, um, like a hidden canal of some sort? Do you have any preferences with regards to your lair?
Mhm.
Maganda yung
Or
yung suggestion ni Aries na barbershop.
Mhm.
Parang Sweeney Todd lang.
Pwede, pwede. Do you want?
a
Pwede rin,
haberdashery.
if you want a different storefront, you can do that as well, like a tailor or a butcher shop, things like that. So it can be a shop.
Hmm.
Guitar shop na lang. JB Music. Joke lang.
Okay. Okay. So there are a few recommendations. You have one um similar to like a subway. There's like a small part of it that's private for you guys, or an abandoned watchtower, an abandoned house, uh, a rail car or an abandoned rail
Mhm.
car, things like that. So, but if you're okay with like a storefront, let me double check.
Yeah, sorry, I was looking it up. So Crow's Foot is a cramped neighborhood of multi-level streets. So,
Think like Diagon Alley, pero scoundrels yung
mhm.
instead of wizards,
Ah,
scoundrels yung mga gangs yung mga nandoon.
Maybe we could go with something like uh, hidden in plain sight. Kasi we're all we're all like
Mhm.
Mm-hmm.
magnanakaw tayong lahat eh. I mean scoundrels tayo. So let's go for something like hidden in plain sight. Suggestion ko talaga parang barber shop. Yung old
yeah,
school
yeah.
Mhm.
shop in a city
Oh,
with
parang
parang
ano,
nasa
parang
subdivision na
speakeasy.
di ba?
Yeah,
Yung
parang
parang gano'n.
speakeasy. Yeah, yeah, yeah. All right.
Tapos we're just in and out lang.
Oo.
Pasok
So
lang.
Kasyong,
what's the storefront? Is it a barber shop? Are you okay with barber shop, or do you want it to be like a bar or a tavern of
Let's go
some
for a
sort?
bar. Let's go for a bar. That's a good one. Parang inuman lang. As in, lang lagi tayo.
Pwede. Do you want? Is that okay with everyone?
Yeah.
yeah. Okay
What's
lang.
the name of the bar?
Hmm.
Ay, naisip ko lang, I'm a huge fan kasi of How I Met Your Mother eh. So parang
Mhm.
puzzles.
Rosefoot. Uh, so it's a tavern. What's the name of the tavern?
Or a small pub.
Yeah,
Pub.
small
Yeah.
pub
Pub.
or
Pub would be
tavern.
better. Pub.
70s bistro, Aris.
Seven. So pub. All right. So what's the name of the pub?
Parang sa ano, no?
Sakto lang pub.
Tawag doon yung
I was thinking San if
Happy Horse.
Ay, wait, Happy Horse sounds good. Parang
All
gusto
right.
ko yung Happy Horse.
Di ba
Happy
puro
Horse.
horses naman nung time na yan?
Yeah. That's good. That's good. All right. Happy Horse it is. Happy Horse pub. Right. Excuse me. All right. So let us big recap of what the character creation. So when you created your factions, divided sisters, which is like a cult of uh, witches, like, like a coven of witches. And also the Path of Echoes. The Path of Echoes are um, another cult, and they have open rebellion against spirit laws. They revere the ancients, so they worship ancient gods instead of the gods that is being uh, worshipped by the common people, which is by the Church of Ecstasy of the Flesh. Um, they they worship the ancient ones. Also, you decided not to pay the Deathland Scavengers, so they are the another gang, uh, but they operate outside of the lightning barrier. They scavenge things of the light dusk fall. Also, you got a good status with the blue coats, which is the police here in this setting, um, because you have what's his name, LaRose, as your contact for the for everyone in the crew. Um, However, you have a -1 with the Imperial military. So basically, the army here in Duskball, you don't have a good relationship to them. But remedy those if you want.
we pay them.
Moving forward. So let's set the scene. So first thing we pan, similar to like a movie. We have the shot of like the Columbia thingy or whatever, Universal, the
Active player
fanfare,
production.
yeah, fanfare and things. And then we fade to black. Then as the black fades, it fades into a dark cloud overlooking a city. Um, the city is covered by lightning and it crackles with energy. And then the camera pans down. It reveals the city, the spires, the rooftops, and basically the landscape of it, similar to like a Victorian era landscape. Victorian see ink black. Uh, canals winding its way around the city. Now, as the camera pans down, goes to like the level of the the street, it goes down further, revealing like a small enclave. Here we see the three of you um, in front of um, uh, sitting um, on a table, um, and opposite you there's a man wearing a mask and a hood, pacing back and forth. You were here because you paid them um, so that you can get a pass in night market. So you're currently you're here because you paid them your 1 coin in night market. Now, the hooded figure with the mask on, just a plain to you. Yes, sure, we can arrange for you to do business here in night market. Um, However, I do have a job if you are willing to accept it. It's a very lucrative one. Um, it involves your certain set of skills. Um, you are experts with product acquisitions. Is that correct?
You may say we are savvy for those exploits.
Let's see what you can do. Um, he opens like a drawer behind the table and produces a book. This book is bound in dark leather um, and gnarled outside. It's locked with like a clasp to secure the pages. It says, "I need you to get this this book." He holds up the book. Um, and He says, "This is the red book. You see a bound in burned leather with red stitching on the spine, um, and um, what do you call this? A rook. You are an academic, right?
Yes.
Okay. Um, you do notice that the words inscribed in front is in Hadrati, which is an ancient language. Um, Looking like a quick glance to it, it just says you notice the word red. Um, the rest is covered by the hands of the man you're speaking to. He says, "I need you to get a copy or get uh, the copy of this book in magistrate Lol's um, residence. It he His mansion is in Brightstone. Uh, if you can procure this for us discreetly and replace it with this book, motions for he lets you know that the book that he's referring to. Um, Maybe we can be on better standing moving forward.
Plus some coin.
Of
Yeah.
course, of course,
If
you
if
will be
if,
paid
if
for.
if he's gonna pay us for something for me to do it, I'll totally agree.
Upon completion of the job, you'll get 6 coin for it.
It's quite.
So 1 coin is equivalent to like a briefcase of money, like in now time. So it's a representation of a big uh, score, basically. So a coin is equivalent to 1 week of. So 2 coins is about uh, uh, like a policeman's a better worker's wage, things like that. Um, sorry, two something like that. But again, it represents like a bounty. Um, so 6 coin is a good um, mid-level score.
I agree, but you know, can I bargain? 7 coins. 7 coins and
Yeah, you can.
7 coins and we'll do it.
He's,
Sway.
he laughs and says, "We haven't tested you yet. You haven't proven yourself to us. I don't think you're in the position of bargaining."
I tell him we're the only ones who can do the job. Give us 7 coins and we'll do it.
Hmm. Let's see if he can be persuaded. What are you using for this? What do you want to do?
Let me pull up this. So I guess since one of my abilities or your my is it an
Mhm.
ability is insight and study. So
Okay. Yep.
before he even offered the job, I know who he was. I knew where he came from. So I studied that enough to know that he has enough coins, more than
Well,
enough
yeah.
coins.
You do know that the organization he represents, the Path of Echoes, is like a tier 3 gang level. So they're very well off, so they can cover. And by the way, with this game, um, the rewards, you're not gonna get screwed, basically. So it's not like you're gonna get um, backstab or tricked with regards to like all payment is sure that you will get it if you do complete the job.
Okay, understood.
So it's not like other RPGs where they screw, or the GM maybe can screw you over, or the NPC will say or will betray um, your agreement. Here, you can be sure that you will be paid for what was agreed upon. So what do you want to do?
I feel
I
like
don't know.
I feel like the suggestion to raise the our fee would be more of a sway,
Mm-hmm.
trying to convince this masked man
Yep.
uh, that we're
Sure.
really good at this.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. So what do you say? What would the rook say?
Well, I turn to the others.
Mm-hmm.
Let's say, you know, all of us know that 7 coins is enough for this. Is enough for this job. 6 coins won't cut it amongst the three of us. And I just asked them, you guys gotta back me up here.
Okay.
I pipe up. I turn away from a fight, but I do know that Brightstone is very heavily guarded. One additional coin for additional, let's say, elbow grease.
How about this? Upon completion, you'll get another coin.
I turn to Rook and I nod my slightly.
Let's see how your job goes first. We bargain. That suffice.
No. Kasi 7 is our lucky number. So we will work
Um,
with 7 coins.
again, you won't get 7 now. It's I'll pay you upon completion, depending on how your work represents what you do.
1 coin lang ba if we finish?
It's 6. You
Yeah,
get an additional one.
yeah. So
If,
if we finish the job, 1 lang yung ibibigay niya sa amin.
no, 6. 6 yung initial
Yeah,
offer.
I mean 6 yung offer,
Additional
diba?
6, yeah. Additional 1 if
Yeah, additional 1. So negotiable
I
ba yung
really
additional 1 na yan?
past the
yeah, upon completion you can bargain after that. That's what he says.
Okay. Okay. All right. So if upon completion we can
You can bargain after that.
bargain,
We can talk about it. Parang ganun yung sinasabi niya.
then give us a minimum of 3 coins bargaining. We'll go for 6 for finish.
The job first. Again,
Okay.
you are unproven to us, to our eyes. You are not tested.
Okay.
Think of this
Puro tayo mukhang
as
pera. Let's go.
think of this as your audition.
Well, I'm good.
Okay, go
I'm
na yan.
good just as long as you're giving us the go signal that if we finish this job and at the end of the job we get to bargain for more than 3 extra coins, then we'll take the job.
Sure, I'm open to that.
Okay. Well, then I'm good. Looks like we're all good.
Okay, so that is the job. So steal the book or the red book from Magistrate
Roland.
Roland Watt.
And
So
then
I'll-
replace it with the other book.
Yes. So he hands you the book that you want that you need to replace the book with. So yeah. So that would be this is now our gathering info phase. So
Mhm.
on your character sheets, there are guide questions there. So let's see
At the
at the
bottom.
bottom, yeah, where it says gather information.
Mhm.
So you can those are the things that you can do during this phase.
Okay.
Also, so this is the target. Right, I've sent it on the chat in Roll20. So that is the magistrate's name, and he is in Brightstone.
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 So parang I'd like to gather us and we go back to our hideout
Your
at
lair. Yep.
Crow's Foot.
Mhm.
Um, one of the things I'm really curious about is, so one of my question is what's really going on here,
Mhm.
and knowing that they're trying to replace this book, I'd like to ask Rook if he can study the book and see what's in it, because he seemed to understand the language, to see
Mhm.
what type of information is on there that they want uh, the magistrate to have instead of what he has, if you know what I mean.
Okay.
What's in this book? What are
Sure.
they trying to replace?
Okay. Sure. Sure. So, is this like a assist action or
Yeah,
um?
I have a proficiency in uh, study. I can assist with study
All right.
if
So
he
you're
has.
assisting Rook
Yep.
to check on the book. Okay. So both of you will roll. Sorry, no. You so Rook is studying the book, right? To see what it contains. So on your character sheet, Rook, um, click on. So you're studying it. So study. Click on the word study. It will give you a
Okay.
pop up.
Oh, I'm sorry, I changed something. Oh, yeah. Okay. Position.
Position is controlled
Okay.
since you're not
And
in any kind of danger, anyways.
effect.
Effect is
Limit.
Limited.
what kind of academic is Rook? Like um ano ba si Rook? Teacher or is
I
he a
mean,
researcher?
I do come from like the richest and biggest place.
Hmm.
So I'd say, I graduated and everything. Uh,
Okay.
he's an academic. I mean, I'm an
Okay.
academic. I'd say
Renaissance
maybe
man.
Renaissance man. Yeah.
Okay. Sure. All right. So let's say position would be sorry, position is controlled, effect is standard.
Standard. Okay.
And then a bonus die of one since Jiggy or sorry, uh
Southpaw.
Southpaw is assisting you as well.
Okay.
So bonus
Bonus
die of
die
one.
is one.
Yep.
Okay.
And then just roll it.
Six.
Oh,
Nice. Critical.
nice.
Since you get 2 6s. Right. All right. So critical success with 2 6s. Checking on the book, open the class and things like that. It is in Hadrati, which is the ancient language here in Duskball. Um, you notice that it's just a bunch of gibberish on it. Like the contents of it is not really coherent. It's like they just followed a few words, typed up, put it in, just to fill out the pages. So you may have to study the real book, which is this one is replacing. So this one isn't really doesn't help.
Hmm.
The is very well made. It somehow it looks like it's been aged. Whoever made this like counterfeit knows what they're doing.
Okay, so that
Oh,
only
that's
means
done.
one thing. They're trying to the book that they're trying to get is what's important. But
Hmm.
we should know what is because we found out that this replica is nothing but just gibberish.
So I guess in this information gathering phase, um, what do we want to find out? What's useful?
Yep.
So because once we enter the heist phase, it would be in medias res,
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
and it will have to do it via our prep via flashback.
Yep.
So
So this
this
is
phase
the
is more on to gather the best
approach, the best
approach.
approach
Yeah.
for this job. Yeah. So similar to like your heist movies, usually show how they plan for it. They just show you during the heist how they got up to this point. So, similar to the game is similar to that. So instead of us of you covering everything, um, like all angles, um, are not. Um, Let me double check. You guys are. Um, it's not necessarily solved what with these problems. Um, that's why we have the mechanic of flashbacks. So that means, for example, um, uh, here's an example on the book, or sorry, I've seen somewhere, um, is the GM says that the gang that you're trying to infiltrate or fight is using a different a secret sign language. And then one player says, "Oh, I flashback. I've already studied that language, so I know what they're saying." Something like that. So you don't have to plan for everything. Um, Basically, you're good at reacting to the situation, or you're always prepared to react or to deal with these problems that comes up. So normally, I will ask you um, what kind of approach you would like to do for this kind of um, task. Are you going to use what they call this? Uh, are you using an assault? Assault, a deception, stealth, occult, social, or transport? Or do you want to gather more information before you decide?
Yeah, I think we need to gather info,
Mhm.
and for example, in the gather information list of questions. For example, I as the
Mhm.
cutter, how can I hurt them?
Mhm.
Uh, who's most afraid of me? Who's most dangerous here is an evocative question.
Yeah, yeah, yeah. Of
Um,
course.
for example, I would like to find out in Brightstone, uh, for example, in the mansion, who's guarding it, what danger
Yeah, yeah.
would we encounter?
Okay.
Um, how can I get? Sorry. Yeah, parang I think I would like to know. We don't need to really go into the nitty gritty.
Mhm.
Parang we don't need to find out like what's the exact layout of the house, but I'd like a general idea of what the security situation
Sure.
for the building is.
Okay. So what are you using to do that?
Hmm. Well, I have a study point,
Mhm.
so I'd like to uh let's the scenario I'm thinking of is I'm a I'm a big guy, I'm a dock worker.
Mhm.
I'm gonna do some freelance work in Brightstone for a party next door, and I'm like just lifting stuff. and during that, I'm keeping an eye on his mansion to see what type of what
Okay,
scenario, what can I see.
sure. Um, so you're using study for that?
Yep.
Okay, go ahead. Uh,
What's the position?
um, since you're doing that, that would be, I think, risky.
Okay.
Um,
Ooh, okay.
this would be risky, and then for the effect, let's say standard.
Okay.
Do you want to push
I
yourself, or
right.
pushing yourself is like exerting more effort into it?
Uh,
Um, so that will cause you
one
stress.
stress.
So two stress for a die,
Oh,
an extra die, or a devil's bargain. But I bargain
yeah. I'll just do this
flat
risky.
roll. Okay,
Yep. No bonus.
die.
Did it roll? Weird. Let me try it again. Study, risky, standard. Oh, that's weird. Let me close that and oh,
It's just really delayed.
Okay,
okay.
And a
Thank
which
four.
is a
God.
4. Which is a 4. So
Yeah.
4 is a part. Um,
Mm,
and then 6 is similar, which is a more um all 4. So uh, while you're studying the mansion next door, um, the both coats outside. So these blue coat guy uh, lives here. Um, as for security, um, inside the house.
Uh, did I observe any like high numbers or equipment?
Mostly they are swords. They have swords on their waists. Um, from the outside, you don't see any firearms. But yeah, most of this internal has a sword on their hip.
Okay. Well, that's me, guys. Most of my uh, skills are done in the heat of combat.
Fighting. In fighting.
Yeah. What do you guys want to do? How do you guys see? Uh, what information would you guys have? Like, what's on your guide questions?
Well, since my character is as I said, came from the biggest place, and technically my family is rich. I just hate. I'm gonna use consort in my resolve skills. Consort.
Mhm.
so that since it goes back with my connections. It says heritage here,
Mm-hmm.
so siguro may kakilala naman ako somehow dun sa lugar nila that can tell me how to get into the place. How easy is it to get into the place? Who can I sway? Who can I
Okay.
pick to help
Um.
things?
Okay. So what kind of information are you trying to get?
Um,
A good place to
dalawa.
infiltrate.
Dalawa. So how can I get, uh, how can I blend in here? And,
Okay. Sure.
and
Sure. Sure.
mas maganda yung how can I blend in here?
Okay.
Parang mas,
So what would you be using for this?
uh,
By the way, you can use your contacts. So you have
yun yung
uh,
contacts.
you can use La Rose, which is the blue
Yeah,
code.
but it
You
would
can,
be nice to talk to him to help with the side.
Ah,
or you can also check with. Yeah,
My
you can
contact's
use
a
your
doctor.
contacts if you want.
I don't know how that can help.
So who do you approach for this information?
so if I remember correctly, I think I'm friends with a drug lord, or I mean he's
Yep.
my rival. Yeah.
Yeah.
So so I mean like rich people love their drugs. So I guess
Sure. Rich
I reach
people
out.
does love love their drugs.
So I reach
What
out to
else to
him.
spend their money on?
Yeah, sure.
Exactly. So I reach out to him. I know that he's my rival. He knows that I'm his
Mhm.
rival. But I reach out to him for some information on if he sells or if he delivers to that place, and he knows
Mhm.
how to get into it. How to get into
Sure,
the
sure. Okay. So you go to Brill. Brill is a drug dealer. Um, where is he from? Do you know? Or we'll just roll for it. Let me double check.
The only mention of him in the book is a drug dealer,
Mhm.
perhaps a reliable underworld contact, or perhaps an old partner with a grudge.
Yeah. Um, how did you meet Brill? For or
I'd say that maybe like since we both grew up in that rich in
same neighborhood?
same neighborhood, we're
Okay.
more of friends when we were young.
All right, childhood friend. Okay, okay. We can do that. Then he would be from one of the richer neighborhoods. Let's say he works in Brightstone as well, so that would be convenient. All right, so you approach.
Uh, get into what's the name of the place? I'm sorry. To
um
Magistrate Roland's home
mansion
if he delivers drugs there.
that magistrate doesn't really uh, is not uh, in the same vice as. However, some of their servants have have been known. I another party in a few days' time. It's one of his vice, let's say. Roland, the magistrate, loves his parties, loves to socialize, network, and things like that.
Mhm.
That's all if you want. If you want to use that to like,
Okay. That's
sure. Let me know if you need. Also, by the way, with um, you did case out like the place itself. Um, the mansion is a three-story mansion. Um, the outer walls are made of stone. It's embellished with a tower with a steep pointed roof,
Mhm.
uh, steep scallop shingles. Um, tops the mansion, and uh, yeah, there are a few like windows up the roof that there. If you want to approach it that way, you can um, you can approach it from the roof, going through a window, coming from there. Uh, it's the lawns or anything like that. Think of it like the London um, architecture, where the houses are like next to each other, and they usually share like a wall, or the roof is almost like the to have the way in.
Mhm. Interesting.
And Manny, do you have any?
May question ako
Yep,
dito sa ano, sa planning and load.
sure.
How does this work ba?
Alin?
May ngayon ko lang kasi napansin to eh, yung planning and load.
Mm-hmm.
Mm.
Magkakaiba ba kami nito?
Yes.
Okay. Kasi may nakalagay dito na parang stealth plus entry point.
Mm-hmm.
So, ano ba yun? Parang skill ko ba yun? Na may...
Alin?
Kasi yung planning and load, nakalagay dito,
Mm-hmm.
stealth tapos entry point.
Mm-hmm.
So, ano ba yun? Parang skill ba ng character ko yun?
No, that's like your approach for
Okay.
the score. So
Okay, okay.
kung ang
We
approach
decided as a
nyo to
group.
enter, yeah, you decided as a group if you want to do it by stealth. So similar to
Mm,
if you want to
okay.
do it by stealth, you can approach it sa bubong.
Mhm.
Um, if you want to do it by social, you can do it through the party. Depending on anong approach yung gusto nyong gawin.
Hmm.
Do you want to know any additional information?
Yeah, sige lang, go.
I feel like these are two very strong options. The party and the
Mm-hmm.
The
Prefer
straight up,
Stealth.
Yeah.
the straight up aketba. Pros and part of our job was to do it without suspicion.
Bahay na lang. Ising nila yung face natin.
That is true.
Mhm.
Although,
Not necessarily naman na and usually the parties here they wear masks.
Okay.
Parang
also,
Okay.
eyes wide
Yeah.
shut. Eyes
Yeah.
wide shut
Yeah.
na.
Like the Victorian parties, the one
Yeah.
with the feathers for the women and things like that.
thing here is if we do it by ourselves, if we get caught, easy to put things together na okay,
Ah,
they were trying to steal something. If it if we during the party, it would be easy to say, oh, it got lost. There were a lot of
Yeah.
people there.
Mm.
I think
Mm.
the
Ay,
party has more room for error.
ay wait, 'di ba isa sa atin ay ano? I remember Aris telling me one of you guys are ano, a boxer ba, fighter?
That would be
That's
me.
southpaw. Yeah.
Ayun. So maybe we can put you in because fight ba yung narinig ko? I mean, the magistrate likes his fights.
No, parties.
Parties. Mali pala yung...
Well,
Sorry.
if you, I can
My
provide
bad, my bad.
entertainment if the party has something like that set up.
Yeah, because we need like a distraction, diba? So someone, I'm gonna socialize, I'm gonna find out who's there, and I can't be the one doing the stealing. So maybe we need someone to do the distraction.
Well, while we're sitting down planning this, well, we have one in our party who is very good at that, and
However,
she
talaga?
hasn't shown up.
Okay. So
however,
Mm.
I haven't read
However.
the character.
Pepper's character
Unfortunately,
is
Raven
the
Angel is doing one of her
indisposed.
flings.
Indisposed.
Okay. Nah, understood.
Uh,
Yeah, at least.
but yeah,
If we're gonna know,
It's
someone.
not necessarily na si Raven Angel lang yung pwedeng gumawa nun. He's good at it. Every one of similar to like the heist movies. Everyone can like climb a rope, those kind of things. So you still have those in your arsenal. It's not necessarily like just because you're a cutter, you cannot sneak,
mhm.
things like that. So you can still do it. Um,
That is why I took one prowl.
yeah.
Ano ba yung kinuha ko?
But yeah, I think the party is the best choice. Um, what information do we want to know further that would help us with this? Like, because I'm thinking if he likes his parties, what type of parties would they be?
Tama.
Mhm.
Because if they said like they want connections, um, maybe a lie saying that like you're a like pose you as like a
Mhm.
dignitary or something, or if it's the type of party that's more like a show, we can do the distraction thing. Character can like challenge someone to a fight, and while everyone slip away.
That's too much planning ahead.
Yeah.
You can do like flashbacks for that, if you want to.
Hmm.
The,
Okay,
the
okay.
the gathering information phase is like how would you approach this
Okay.
problem. So are you already set
So
with stealth?
No.
Sorry,
I need
social.
to.
Sorry.
We need to know who are the people that he invites. What kind of people he invites? Are these like big people in government, people in
Usually socialites, similar in similar stature as his. So other
And
magistrates, businessmen,
it's
things like that.
it's it's the big gala parties. It's not like the private dinner
No, 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 no,
is
events.
no,
it
no.
big?
Yeah, it's usually is a big like,
Okay.
because he's like one of those up and coming magistrates, and he likes to flaunt uh his riches and things like that.
So
Um,
it'd be easy to slip into the crowd.
Ah,
yeah.
Question lang.
Um,
Mm-hmm.
Kasi dun sa insight ko, meron akong survey, di ba?
Yeah, yeah.
So, ano bang pwedeng gawin dun sa survey na yun? Like,
Um,
pwede bang, part ba ng survey ko is yung alamin kung sino yung mga taong may access lang dun sa room kung nasan yung book?
ayo.
you do know that this is information as well given to you by the man from the Path of Echoes. So the room where the book is located is in the second floor in the magistrate's private
Yeah,
office.
yeah. I mean, pwede ko bang alamin kung sino lang yung mga person na
Na
allowed
pumapasok,
pumasok dun
pasok,
sa room?
ganun.
Hmm. Usually for the parties itself, the party uh, uh, only on the first floor, so nobody for that. Um, the office is in the second floor.
mm.
Okay.
If you hover over the skills, a short
It
pop-up will
should pop up.
appear.
Yeah. What
Survey a location or situation on or information or exploits. Um,
So,
Saan yun?
question pala, Ari. So,
Um,
in
let's
so
the
say,
open
character sheet.
your character sheet and then
Mm-mm.
move your mouse over where it says survey or hunt,
Ay, yeah.
and it would
Hover mo
should
lang.
pop up. It should pop up like automatically with what
Okay,
it
okay,
does.
okay.
Go
So
ahead,
yeah,
Nitram.
yeah.
so yung regard,
Okay, okay.
so like for example, he has the survey skill back thing. So let's say something shitty happens dun sa pag-akit namin or
Yep.
pagpasok dun sa, we can push back and then use his skill for that. Correct ba?
Not necessarily. So for example, uh,
You did the Akit Bahay.
akit bahay. I'll place you like already outside the window, like
Okay.
you're already going in.
Hmm.
Let's say um, you're trying to open the window, and then uh, for example, I say this window has a very intricate lock, and it's very hard for you to unlock it. You can use a flashback saying like, oh, I already know a locksmith and I've already asked them before na uh, meron akong copy nung lock.
Okay.
Ah.
Parang
So
ganun.
we can't use the skills in a flashback, but we can.
You can still use
I
your
can.
skills
Okay.
depending
Yeah.
on how big the flashback is. Sometimes you may need to roll for it, especially
Okay.
if you bribe the blue coats to not respond for like about 15 minutes before. If they get an alarm here, they will only respond after 15 minutes. Parang ganun.
Okay.
And then I would say like, um, since medyo mahirap gawin ni La Rose yun, let's say, would you say that to La Rose? Are you commanding him to do that? Are you swaying? Are you consorting to
Okay.
do that?
Okay.
Things like that.
Yes.
But
Yes.
if it doesn't need it, then we don't need to use it.
Okay. Okay.
May question ako sa skill ko, Aris, yung
Mm.
Tinker.
Mm.
Kasi pwede akong pwede akong mag-crack ng safe or mag-open ng mga locks, di ba?
Yep.
So, Yeah, pwede kong gamitin yun dun sa room
Sure.
para i-open. Pero may question din ako sa Tinker.
Hmm.
Yung party ba, like yung building, yung time ba na yan may electricity na or candles lang?
Yes, there is electricity here. Since we're on
Okay.
the more wealthy side
I'm
of
thinking
society,
kasi
so
I'm thinking parang,
you mess with the electrical.
yeah, magba-brown out.
Yeah.
And,
Yeah, you can do that. You can do that.
and ipapatayin ko yung, if ever may alarm yung building, papatayin ko din.
Yeah, you can do that.
Yeah, so parang, kung may, yung pag, once na nag-brown out, parang yun na yung time na pwede na kaming umakyat siguro dun sa room.
Pwede.
Yeah.
You can also do that like by doing flashbacks if you want. Like for example,
We're at the party already.
or let's
Oh.
say I said you triggered an alarm. Wait, flashback ako. Pinutol ko na yung kuryente before we were here. Parang ganun. So you can do that as well.
Sorry, flashbacks cause 2 stress.
Stress. Depending on
The flashback.
on the flashback. I can it doesn't it's reasonable that you would do that. If not, then it will incur stress. Depending on kung anong flashback na gagawin.
Okay.
So at this point, we've gathered information that tells us the lay of the land regarding security outside and inside. We have 2 possible avenues for execution.
Yep.
What other information in generally for about the situation do you think would be useful to know before we decide, okay, party or akyat bahay?
Party na lang.
You can also do deception if you want.
Deception
So
would be
like tricking, like you're part of the wait staff.
Yung ganon, maybe we can flashback na lang. I mean, kasi well, I decide na will I'll get us an invite. I'll get us an invite from because he's gonna invite the drug lord. So I'll get us 3 invitations and then we'll work from there. But given that we already know who's there, what kind of party it is.
Okay. So are we all set with social? Sorry. This would be
deception.
Deception. I would think this is deception.
Deception. It's gonna fall deception.
Because I feel like social would be more direct.
Yeah. Or bargaining with somebody. Yeah.
Yeah.
So
Ooh.
all right. So let's do that. Are we or
Sorry.
Sorry, Tiggy, but I disconnect guys.
are we okay with just doing? Okay, let me double check. How's it now?
Yeah.
Okay. All right, there we go. All right, so let's do engagement roll. So okay na tayo sa approach na yan. Now you're all part of the party. Okay.
Okay,
I don't
sorry.
have like a raft. Just make want to to flavor the place. You can do that as well. So you can manipulate it like clay if you like. Um, so when we do engagement, who wants to roll engagement? By the way,
I think what do you call this? Manny hasn't rolled yet.
Sige.
sure. Manny, open your character sheet under the uh, deadly friends on the
Roll
right.
fortune.
Roll fortune. There you go.
Yeah.
Click on roll
Click ko lang to.
fortune. Yep, click mo lang yan. It should pop up
Number of
with
dice.
number of dice. Seconds. We'll establish the engagement. All right. So here are the questions uh for the engagement. Die for sheer luck because you're scoundrels. So you get 1 for now.
Mm-hmm.
Next is this operation particularly bold or daring? Um, does the plan detail expose? I'd say yes.
The party, yes.
Yeah, the party. Um, or do they have particular defenses or special preparation? Just standard security. Can any of your provide aid? Yes, since 4, right?
Yeah. Yep. Luck, bold, contacts, and weakness.
Yeah. Okay. Element, maybe lower tier, blah blah. Target a fee that if you're doing any kind of operation here, you get -1. So
Okay.
get 3 dice total. So just put 3
That's 3 dice.
on it.
You're gonna get lucky.
So
Okay.
you want to have at least 4 or 5. Best is 6. If your highest is either 1, 2, or 3, you start in a very bad position. So
Okay. Submit.
Yep.
Ano yung notes?
just put in deception. Nice. 5. We'll start with that position. But before we do that, let's take our break here, like maybe 5 minutes break. Is that okay? Go to the restroom.
Bathroom break.
Go lang, go.
Is that okay?
Okay.
All right. We'll be right back.
Are you there, Aries?
Yes, I'm here. Sorry.
So during these breaks, can we be heard?
Ano yan, ano yan?
During these breaks, can we be heard? Or
No, I don't think so. Oh, yeah.
is to keep the guards away,
Mhm.
and I just have to trust that they're parang ano din eh. If these guards go up there, madadagdagan yung whatever they're handling over there. So I'm trying to steer the guards and them go with me to the exit.
Mhm.
But I parang if I'm at the exit doorway, I'm gonna hang around outside
Mhm.
just to see
Yep.
what's I'm needed. You
Okay.
know.
So what are you using for this?
Um. Hmm. I think it's still skirmish.
Okay.
It's trying to keep them preoccupied, but
Mhm.
parang make them see that I'm kind of cooperating, going
Okay.
to the exit,
Mhm.
but I'm still making it a struggle so that they're still engaged with me.
Okay. All right. So you want to keep their attention towards you instead of
Yeah.
going upstairs. Okay.
Yep.
Yeah. Go ahead. Um.
So risky
Yes.
or
This would
desperate?
be risky for now
Okay.
because they want to. Actually, this would be desperate
Okay.
because you don't know what's happening upstairs.
Yeah.
Uh, yeah, and they want to keep you or take care
I
of this
believe.
problem right now so
Yeah.
that they can
Pero
deal with the problem
yeah.
upstairs.
And the effect would be
The effect would be limited for this. Or
I
standard,
can
yeah.
push for to make it standard. I'll
Yeah,
do it,
if you want to. If you want to, yeah.
and then no bonus dice.
Hmm.
Do we wait? I'll just try it again.
Just wait. It does take a
Oh
Yun.
while.
fuck!
Oh no!
Ah,
Oh no!
Trayo ah.
oh,
Oh no!
oh, this is
See you
bad,
pagkain.
guys.
Yeah. The
The
as you
scream.
struggle, yeah,
Yeah.
you get piled on by
Yeah.
a few other more guards that are trying to go upstairs. Um and one of them hits you uh uh another one hits you like the club in your head trying to knock you out.
Okay.
Um get you this will be a level 3,
Oh,
level 3 harm.
harm.
Yeah.
And I can't
Um
use armor to resist. Can I use something
no.
else?
You can resist with your prowess.
Prowess.
Yeah. So you have
Okay.
3 scores in prowess because that's the number of dots on the left side.
Okay. And no bonus dice.
No, for
Just
not for
straight
this one.
prowess.
So instead of getting like a concussion,
Yun.
what did you get?
463.
I have 6.
6.
Yeah,
Nice. So
six.
Clear one stress.
you don't get any stress since
Okay.
you resist it. Um, you only get uh concussion instead. So level 2 harm.
Oh, okay.
You're not unconscious, at least. So Southpaw
Just a
is
bad head.
yeah.
Okay.
So
Naputokan
minus
lang.
1 die from here on in when it comes to your uh concussion.
For
All right.
anything. Okay.
If concussion is applicable,
Relevant.
then yeah.
Okay. Okay.
All right. So there's with that, since you did fail, I'll mark guards as well. you failed miserably.
Oh
Um,
fuck! Oh
so
no!
you are basically slowly getting swarmed, guys.
Yeah.
What do you want to do now? Those upstairs, what do you want to do?
Wait lang. May possible bang move dito na like hanap kami ng ibang exit dun sa second floor?
Yep.
Kasi ang naisip kong strategy parang exit dun sa window ng second floor.
Yeah.
Then sunduin natin si si Jiggy dun sa entrance.
I would say the roof nga eh.
Kasi hindi mo alam na nakuha na namin yung book eh.
Oo.
So parang dapat
Technically.
sunduin ka namin dun sa entrance para you would know na nasa amin yung book.
Hindi,
Not
or
not
hindi pwede yun.
necessarily. You can
we
do a
f-
flashback that
Yeah, can we
says like,
flashback na parang layers of if so then gonna.
Yeah.
sure.
Okay. Kasi
So
we
parang
don't have time na eh. So I think
yeah,
kailangan na namin mag-exit.
I'd rather na lumabas na kayo through
Yeah.
the roofs na
Mhm.
and
Sa
parang
bagay,
I'll
if
just
ever
have to
naman na ma-realize mong wala na kami dun, you know what happened.
parang I'll just have to trust na
Nakuha,
either
nakuha
nahuli
namin.
kayo or
Nakuha within ilan
Yeah.
minutes.
Yeah, sure.
Yeah, okay.
Okay, so
So ano yun?
what do you want to do? Like, are you trying to look for a way up, or are you flashbacking to a way out? Kasi that would be two different approach.
I'd
Yung
suggest
flashback is ano eh. Kumaga, flashback to a part where we were planning and then sabi ni Southpaw, whatever happens, once you guys get the book,
Just leave this way.
you guys leave.
Yeah.
And then I'll make my way out knowing na wala kayo dun sa house.
But my suggestion for the other flashback would be we established an exit point.
Ay, oo.
Example, have a window already open on the third floor, so you can jump to the roof, jump to the next roof, and
make your way out that way.
Yeah.
So like a day before, we had one of the windows open, ready for us to exit.
Yeah.
Yeah, sure. So who's doing that?
Ako na lang.
Who
Proud
has
ba
the
yun?
stress to spend?
No. What do you want to do? Like, kasi there's a few ideas thrown out. So
Ayun, exit kami sa roof. Kasama ko si
The window one. The window.
Yeah.
All right.
So parang he can hunt for the best opening.
I think you're trying to outrun. You already know that there's a way out. You just need to get there, basically.
We just need to get there.
So yeah. So what are you doing for that? Like, what do you use?
Yun na ba yung prowl?
Yeah, you can. You can use it.
Kasi yun lang yata yung pwede kong...
Yeah.
Alam ko yun lang.
Pwede yung prowl.
Yeah.
Mm-mm.
So you traverse obstacles for that. So yeah, sure.
Mm-mm.
So you have that. So basically, who is so you haven't you've not set up the way out yet, or you're just doing the way out thing? Is that established already? Like, do you have a way out upstairs?
There's
meron na sa rooftop.
All right. So who's taking the flashback for that? Like, who's taking the stress for that?
Ako, I'll take it because I have sway.
Mm-hmm.
Inutusan ko lang.
It won't cost you. You don't roll because it's. I think you would be.
Okay. So yung flashback is
You
just
have that just to get another, like, basically ready na yung escape nyo upstairs.
Okay.
You just need to get there. Parang ganun.
So I marked the stress now on mine. I have 4 left.
Yeah, I think this would be 1 stress as well.
I marked it na.
Okay. So you just need to get there. So who's leading this?
Ako na lang.
All right.
Yung prowl.
This would be desperate as well. since you're trying
Mhm.
to
So,
get away.
yeah.
And establishing this scene, you have to go past the stairs um, to climb up. So you need to go past the stairs going down. So you need to basically like double back. Babalik kayo dun sa kung saan kayo dumaan before to
Mhm.
go up. Okay. So yeah,
Okay.
this will be position is desperate. Effect is standard.
Zero, di ba?
Yeah, unless you want to get a devil's
Hmm.
bargain.
Kailangan natin i-push to, no? Kailangan natin maka-exit talaga eh.
Oo, kailangan natin makalabas eh.
Sige, push ko na lang
If you want to get a team action, you can do that as well. So Rook, may problem ka ba, Rook? Wala.
Wala, sadly, wala.
Okay. So I think yeah, you'll just have to, unless you want to help,
Yeah, it's
just
better to
mark one
give.
stress and then give one die to Manny.
Okay, sige, pwede.
Okay.
Because I have like 3 left eh, so I'll mark it na.
Okay. So
Okay.
just mark one since you're helping. So you have 2 bonus die kasi you're pushing yourself, right?
It pushes 1 and then I give.
Hmm.
Then you give 1. Okay.
So, dalawa yung mamark kong stress. Tama ba?
Yes.
Okay.
Tapos ako magmamark ako ng 1 stress.
Isa. Mhm.
Okay. Ang hirap pindutin ng submit ah. Okay, let's go. 5.
Ooh.
Nice.
That's
Okay.
good, yeah.
So yeah, you get upstairs. I'll just mark the ghost for the downside.
Yeah.
All right. Yeah, you're still on your mask. You see the people downstairs having this kind of commotion. Centering like in the center of it is Southpaw. Um, you uh, an eye to eye contact while you're running
moment.
towards the stairs. A moment that you see each other that okay, you got the book and you need to get out basically. So
Yeah, nakagano na
signal
kami.
Southpaw. You say yeah, signal Southpaw.
And that was the moment na
You got clunk in the head.
Yeah, mamba out.
All right. So you're running up the stairs. You're at the window. I would say with this roll, you are able to get out, but we just need to clean up what happens to Southpaw. Basically, Rook and Manny are able to steal the book, climb upstairs. How does your escape look like? Like, um, I'm imagining like you there's a do you have a vehicle? Do you remember you having a vehicle? No.
no,
Oh.
we just chose thief rigging, hidden and secure.
Okay, so you have those. Okay. Um what do you call this? Um do you want to escape like parkour style like on the stairs, or do you want to jump in the can and then like you have like a secret way of getting out of this place that way? What does your escape look like?
Or zip line from roof to roof, or
Yeah, something like that. Yeah, that works.
what do you guys want to do?
Parkour.
Pwede ba
Parkour
tayong
out.
Pwede ba tayong sunduin ni La Rose?
Not
Sakay tayo sa
really.
patrol.
Are you
Sakay niya tayo sa patrol.
well, you're escaping upstairs.
Yeah.
It's dark outside. It can work like blend in the crowd. Thomas Crown Affair style. Do you know that movie?
Pwede. Pero ano, I have tag doon si usapan with Brill na susunduin kami.
Okay.
Or
Sure.
but it'll cost us 1 coin. Sakto, we got that 1 coin sa safe.
Okay. That's fine. That's fine. Okay. So as you run, you give a sign to to Southpaw. You run upstairs. You see you break the door where the open window is. You come out. You have like some sort of a that connects to the next building, and then on the next building there's a line or like a fire escape type shit going
Mm.
down, and then you shred your your clothes to blend in with the people on the street level, and then we just pan out. However, we cut directly towards a southpaw being clunked into the head, seeing stars. What do you do? But you do
Uh,
remember that Manny signaled
yeah,
you.
yeah.
Um, what do you do?
I make a beeline for the exit, and
Okay.
I tried to command them to say, wasn't there a scream?
Mhm.
Aren't you supposed to help people rather than accost me for trying to find the bathroom? I
Okay.
yell that so that people can hear.
Okay.
uh,
Um, yeah, sure. Um,
it's a command.
still still desperate for this.
Okay, sure. What's the effect?
Effect is standard. Let's leave
Okay,
standard. However, you
no
get
bonus
one
dice.
no bonus dice. You get -1 die on put
Oh,
-1. Oh,
so
sorry,
it will
you're
be
commanding, so it doesn't affect it. So that's fine.
okay.
What
5.
happened? What
This is the
happened?
one
5.
time.
Nice, nice. Okay,
5, yeah.
okay.
I'm,
The
The
one
one
I'm
time it's
time
going.
that
I'm going.
it does.
Wasn't there a scream?
All
Yeah.
right. So yeah,
Uh,
you their attention is occupied by the two thief running upstairs. So they've focused their attention. They left one with you. And then you shout what you command them of what you want them to do. Um, you're able to stand up and
like
just uh
walk
yeah.
away. I'm out. I'm out.
All right. So the person the person that's like they left he's basically confused of what he needs to do now. So you escape towards the front door and blend into the crowd, similar to the other people that escaped the mansion. And you have your book and target with you. And that's how we end the score for tonight. So you have the book. We'll continue with this one next week. Um,
Sure.
so that but before we end the game, we need to do experience. So this is on your character sheets. Um, let's do Southpaw first.
Mhm.
Um, so on the bottom of your
Right.
character sheet, you'll see
All
Mark
right.
XP, Playbook
Yeah.
Advancement. So every time you roll a desperate action, mark XP in that action's attribute. So
I already
did you
done
mark
that.
that already? Okay.
Yeah.
Uh,
Two prowess and two resolve.
to resolve. Okay. Next one is, but you're really bad with stress right now, right?
A bit.
I have like 3 left.
I have.
All right. So
Yeah.
next
Same.
question is, you address the challenge with violence or coercion. I say you
Yes.
did. So mark 1.
Yeah.
All right. You expressed your belief, drives, heritage, and background. Did you?
Heritage, yes.
I think you did the labor thing as well,
Mm.
because
Yeah.
you gathered information
Oh yeah, yeah.
using that. Okay, yeah. Mark XP on that.
Ano nga, no, there's vice ka pala, no?
Yes.
We can indulge a vice, right?
Not yet. Kasi
Okay.
we do that during downtime, unless it comes up during the session. So next one is you struggled with issues from your vice traumas during the session. I don't think so.
No,
So
no.
you get 2 XP
Yep.
for that one. Next one, Manny. This is unique. The questions are usually unique for every playbook. Uh, Manny, did you roll any desperate rolls? I think so, right?
Yeah. One.
So mark 1. That was what?
That
Uh,
was prowl. So
that was prowl,
prowess.
right?
Yeah.
Yeah. So that would be prowess. So next to prowess on the top corner, on the top area of your character sheet, there's blades there as well, like next
Okay.
to prowess. So just mark 1
Mm-hmm.
for that. So for example, if you fill out that row, you get to put in one more dot anywhere below it.
Okay.
Okay. Um, and then for, did you address a challenge with tracking or violence? Did you do
Parang
violent thing?
none
Not
naman.
not right now, right? Okay.
Yeah.
Did you express your belief, drives, heritage, and background? You did.
Yeah, yan.
The noble
The noble shit.
noble shit. Yeah. So mark 1. So that would be under playbook advancement, and then struggled with issues with your vice traumas during the session. It did not really come up. So
Mm-hmm.
just, yeah. All right. Next up we have Rook. Uh, did you have any desperate rolls? I think you did
Yeah,
two.
that last roll.
Okay.
So mark 1.
So mark 1. Where is that? Is that in resolve or prowess?
Which one? The last roll?
Yeah. No. The desperate roll. Did you roll any desperate roll?
I don't think so.
I don't think.
Di
Yeah,
ba?
I
I
don't
thought
see any
yung
result.
study. Ay, oo, wala pala.
It's desperate. Yeah.
My bad.
Okay. So that's fine. You address the challenge with deception or influence. Yes,
Yes.
you did. You did.
One roll.
Yeah. You express your beliefs, drives, heritage, and background. You did use your
Just a little protection
yeah,
with the
your
drug lord guy.
with the yep. And I think that was, yeah. Take 1. You struggled with your issues from your vice. Not really.
No,
It
I did
wasn't.
not remember na may vice pala.
Yeah. Okay. So those advancement that you have on playbook, if you want to move it upstairs, like onto where it says prowess, resolve, or insight, you can do it
Okay.
as well. However, if you put it there, you can only level up your like hunt, study, survey, thinker, things like that. But if you
Mm-hmm.
do max out your playbook advancement, um, you can get either a special ability or mark any dots there on the top right.
Okay.
So
Oh,
that's one. Okay. Um, yeah, we'll deal with downtime and like
Yes.
the bargaining next session. Okay.
Mm-hmm.
bargaining.
Yeah, with the uh, um, yeah, with
The uh the the path of echo.
yeah. So give me a few seconds.
I'd also like to see what's in that book.
Oh, and we also have experience
Oo.
in playbook as
We
well.
have to find out what that book is for.
Yeah. Also, who wants to handle the crew sheet, the crew character sheet?
The as the crew.
Yeah. Because you have to mark XP there as well.
Uh,
Jiggy,
can
do you
do
want
that
to?
for
You can
now.
do it.
Sure.
Okay. So the questions on your crew sheet
Right.
Yeah.
is execute a successful espionage, sabotage, or theft operation. Yes, you
One.
did.
Okay.
Contend with challenges above your current status station.
Yep.
Yes, they are tier 4, so I would say mark 2 with that.
Oh yeah.
So they are tier 4, so they are much higher gang or statue. What do you call this tier?
Not even sure who they are.
Yeah. Bolster your crew's reputation or develop a new one. We don't have that one yet.
Uh,
Um, and your reputation is savvy. It's not very savvy what you did. No?
yeah.
Yeah.
Can we
Hindi masyadong
change that?
savvy.
Can
Hindi
we change
masyadong
that?
savvy yung ginawa
Or
niya kanina.
Sabi kasi
Um,
niya, ganun eh.
and then express your goals, drives, inner conflicts, essential nature of the crew. It didn't come up yet since we're still
uh,
doing that.
you.
So you get 3 XP for your crew. If you mark
Mhm.
if you get that as well, you get either uh, a special ability or 2 upgrades for your
Yep.
crew.
Okay.
All right. Yeah. So let me just fix a few things. Give me a few seconds.
Did Aries freeze?
Yeah, I think
Um,
I
okay.
Okay.
Is this better?
Yep.
yes.
Is it better?
So
Okay.
yeah.
All right. So thank you again for playing. Let's um end it tonight. Thank you for that one. Um and hopefully we'll see you again next session, and then we'll continue the adventures of this unnamed crew. Let's do shout outs. Let's start with Jiggy. Go ahead, Jiggy.
Nothing much to plug except my friend Toby has a YouTube channel
Mhm.
putting electric guitar covers of K-pop songs. So
Okay.
Cool.
It's in
I'm
the I've put it in
yeah, there's a
the
link in the
show notes.
description.
Yeah, description. Yeah.
Shout out.
Shout it out.
Shout out.
All right.
Uh,
Let's go to who's next. Let's go to Kenneth. Kenneth.
ayun, promote ko lang din yung YouTube channel ko.
Yeah.
Very random yung channel. It's guitar covers or actually may mga tutorials ako sa graphic
I
design.
see graphic design there. Yeah, yeah.
Yeah, may tutorials ako sa graphic design. So, yun. Also promote ko rin yung album namin.
Nice.
Yes.
It's a box set album.
Oh.
So, ayun, may album, then may shirt, and then stickers, and then
Nice.
patches. So, Aries,
Right.
order ka na.
Sure, sure.
So, yun lang. Yun.
Magkano ba yan? Magkano ba yan?
800 lang naman.
Guys, it's
Di ba
only
may ano,
800.
But it's a lot.
It's
It's a
so
lot.
mariachi
Ang
ko ba
dami
yan? Yung
laman ito. Yeah,
mariachi
mariachi
ko ba yan?
ko.
Yeah, yeah. I think you have a YouTube channel for that as well, right?
Yeah, we have. Same lang din,
Okay.
mariachi ko.
All right. I don't have it in the show notes, but I'll add it sa YouTube na lang.
Okay
All
lang.
right.
Sure.
Okay. We have Nitram next.
Wala pa naman. I don't have content yet, but I'm planning to release my content soon. So the page is 10 bits. It's a top 10 show about anything and everything Pinoy. So watch out.
Okay, nice.
Yeah.
Nice.
All right. I've included the channels mentioned, except for the mariachi ko one, on the show notes, and I'll go last. Um,
Hmm.
yeah. Everything on social media, like the star sign, because that's me, Aries, like the star sign. And please like the video here on Active Player Productions. And thank you again for players, Nitram, Jiggy, and Kenneth. Hopefully next week we'll have Pepper joining us.
We'll need
Um,
our mage.
Hindi alam,
She's basically
We need our Catwoman.
hindi alam
the
ni
cat
Pepper
woman. Yeah, the
to.
cat burglar. The cat burglar of the
Burger
group.
pala, burger.
Okay.
Hindi alam ni Pepper.
All right. So yeah, thank you guys for anyone who watched this. Thank you so much. There's a little bit of mistake during the stream. I forgot to unmute the audio halfway down the stream, but anyways, we'll deal with it. We'll deal with it.
Yeah.
This is the first time.
Next week will be a better stream.
Yeah, this is the first time we're doing this, and
We're
yeah,
still
we're
figuring.
still our way. Film fast homebound. Yeah. All right.
Demonetized.
Bye.
Bye, Aries. Thank guys.
Bye, guys.
Thanks,
Happy
guys.
weekend.
All right.